Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Maddles, with me is Penguin, and this is the Emerge I-51 UK Masters Starcraft 2 tournament.
And we're going to be jumping into our third series of the day. It's going to be a PvP, and it's going to be between, in the top left spawn location, representing FMesports, it is Boombox! And his opponent in the bottom left spawn location, representing Fnatic, it's going to be our blue Protoss player, it is Harstem.
Both players put down a pylon in their own base, usually quite a good sign. But Frost
usually a sign for Frost.
Usually a sign for Frost. It's a big 4-player spawn map, so not going to be getting proxy gates. No, actually I saw someone do a proxy 2 racks on Frost. I've never seen a proxy 2 gate.
Yes, proxy 2 racks I have seen. Jachi likes to do that.
You put them like here,
yeah,
generally.
Or then you hope that they didn't spawn horizontal.
Yes. Actually, no, don't you usually put...
Do you remember the map Xeris Prime that was in the map pool for a while? That one you could not spawn horizontal,
yep.
or vertical, so I would always like 10 pool Baneling and then just like rally them like across to the other side, and then like drone scout one direction. Alright, I have some updates about the standings.
Do you?
Harstem has not yet played his first game against Lao. They've had some computer issues. But Boombox 2-0'd Wardy, so he's currently first place in the group.
Okay, so this is a good group, and this could very well, if memory serves, be a group that's decided first and second by Boombox and Harstem. I think they're both actually very level overall.
Yes, I think so. Overall, another thing to note about Boombox is that he's very, very confident in his PvP. He really, really likes his PvP. And he's good at it. He's got very, very solid PvP. So I think this could be a very interesting series. Harstem, obviously the favorite, but we haven't seen any real upsets yet. Mini Razor came close to what I would have called an upset against Tefl, but no upsets yet. I'd like to see one.
I could upset you.
Don't do that, Maddles.
I'm sorry. You look so sad then. Anyway, we got 4 probes and gas for Boombox. Meanwhile, over on Harstem's side, he's also sitting on 4 probes, so this is not a big tech commitment, but still able to get out a quick mothership core and also a sentry if required.
We've got a second gateway coming down from Boombox and Harstem, so they're both going to be going up to a second gateway, pumping out a couple of stalkers, most likely. And Harstem's looks like it's a little later, so it looks like it may have been a response to seeing Boombox's second gate. He just wants to make sure that he's also on the same page as far as stalker count goes, because he's probably pretty confident in his micro and being able to out-micro his opponent, if that does end up being a circumstance where that's necessary. Chrono Boost being spent on into the Warp Gate here for Boombox. Not so for Harstem.
Harstem gonna get, therefore, a little lead in terms of his probe timings and stuff, because even though he's chrono boosting out his mothership core, by getting that out sooner, he can start probe production sooner, but little gains. But little gains in work accounts in a mirror matchup make big differences. The advantage for Boombox is that he's going to have, obviously, some Stalkers out quicker. Also going for the Twilight Council on both sides. Could this be the legendary Blink on Blink?
It may well be that. We do have quite a lot. We actually see Boombox going for... We saw him going for the double gateway earlier on, and Harstem saw that as well. So, double gateway oftentimes will lead into Blink, because you do have a lot of Stalkers out already. And Harstem may well have assumed that and also just gone for the counter Blink himself. We'll have to see if one of them opts for a Dark Shrine. That'll be very, very interesting to see as well. And
it's going to be a Dark Shrine from Boombox.
It's going to be going for the Dark Shrine. Will we see Legendary DT versus DT? Please,
ooh.
Harstem, please. Harstem, please.
No.
Oh. He's ruining my day.
DT on DT is amazing, especially if neither player gets detection. Then it's hilarious. Mothership core for Harstem takes a good couple of shots, gets forced back. And this is annoying for Harstem, because he's sitting there thinking, okay, what are you doing? But he's going to be fine, because Robo Facility, Observer, Detection.
Yes. We do have Robo Facilities coming out for both players right about now, and this is just going to allow them to go into a more standard game off the back of this if they so choose. Harstem pushing forward here with a couple of Stalkers, but Boombox has the advantage there and will be able to force these on back. And behind this, Boombox still sitting in only 2 gateways, so he's not going to like commit into this with Blink behind DTs or anything like that, like we see some crazy Koreans do every now and then. But I'm very interested to see how much damage the DTs can actually do, because there is no proxy pylon. Well, not for Boombox. There is one for Harstem.
So, with no proxy pylon, they can be used obviously defensively, which will be really effective. But with Blinkstalkers, you can just back them out. Harstem, not yet got his observer out. He's just chrono boosting it now, but he's still got plenty of times to be safe. Where is that DT coming? He's got a long run. He has got a long run.
That he does, and I find it kind of interesting that Harstem's not trying to poke into this and at least delay the expansion a little bit, but instead opting to play it as safe can be.
Oh no, wait, where's the observer?
What?
Observer? Okay, never mind. I panicked a little bit. And it's... Oh no, it is a panic! It is a panic! It's moving away! The only observer is a long way off.
But he has the wall. He knows that there's a possibility. So he's got a wall up here with the Stalker and such, and he can chrono out an observer or bring the other one back if he so chooses. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. And actually, Boombox doesn't even want to commit into there because there should be an observer there. So he's being a little careful. Ooh, this is cute. I like this. He's going to keep this here for a rainy day. And he's going to use it when he thinks that he can get a couple of probe kills.
Quick move out now by Boombox. He's found that proxy pylon and he does not like it. This is his real estate and he is not going to have some illegal buildings anywhere near his base. So takes it out quickly.
And that actually supply blocks Harstem pretty significantly. So a nice little move there for Boombox. Thus far, the game is tending to normalize. Looks like the DT has been spotted. Poor boy.
Oh, but this may actually... No, it won't. There's an immortal there. I was going to say a probe tried to sneak in, which was a cute little tactic. Looking to try and get some vision. Boombox has now got a proxy pylon. Arguably not any closer, though, than he would have if he just walked from his main.
No, he has one here.
Oh, I take it all back. He has one right there.
He has a proxy pylon and a not-so-proxy pylon.
Either way, pylons around the map. Never a bad thing to have. Always useful, you never know.
Boombox has actually solidified himself into a 4-probe lead, which is a very nice position for him to be in. He's got his upgrade starting faster, and actually, Boombox is looking like he's in a very, very happy position here. I'm liking his position. He's going to try to get some damage done here with a DT drop by the looks of it. He's warped in another DT. That's actually a forward DT. So opting instead to just try to run on into the natural expansion again. There is an observer just kind of parked out there, so it shouldn't be able to do too much. But sentries don't have all that much DPS, so maybe he can kill all the sentries. That would actually be kind of cool.
That'd be incredibly cost effective as well. And if you get those sentries down, boom.
Oh, this is cool. We're going to be seeing an immortal drop here out of Harstem. Meanwhile, the War Prism here with a second DT here for Boombox. Wow, cheeky. He's going to do 2-prong DT harass. I really like that. That's really cute. There's only one observer here. That's really cute, Boombox. Well done. And here comes the drop here with the immortal. Some good force fields going on down there for Boombox to try to pin those in, but the War Prism does lift them on up. And here come the DTs!
Oh, one. The other one waiting, knowing that the observer probably there, but he sneaks on by. As soon as he sees it pull back, damage being done.
Oh, this is so cute. This is really well done.
Immortal drop continuing back at home.
But it's not doing anything, which is great, because Boombox is doing a lot of damage here. And behind this, Harstem just really having a hard time doing much of anything here. He's being denied a lot of mining. He's already lost a good number of probes. 10 probe kills already here for Boombox. Well done, Boombox. This is nice.
Big Blink Stalker play, though, up into the main base of Boombox. So he's taking a bit of damage there, and he's having to keep a lot of his attention down at the natural to make sure that he doesn't actually lose more to the immortal play.
It looks like he may have actually lost some mothership core, Boombox.
Whoa.
No, he hasn't.
One of these DTs got 17 kills. That versus a photon overcharge up in the main base. A lot of stalkers. Wow.
Oh, Harstem. This is looking really bad for Harstem.
The resources lost are pretty similar. Only 100 more lost by Harstem. But look at the workers. It is massive.
Yeah, this is getting really rough. And the only real advantage that Harstem has right now is the army supply, which is a 1 supply advantage. That's not exactly what you would call a sizable lead.
Not at all. And this is frustrating because the longer this game goes on now, unless Harstem takes a big economic risk or deals some huge damage, he runs into problems. He's lost 20 probes.
Yeah.
20!
And he's behind in upgrades. He does have a tech lead here. He does have the Robo Bait coming on in earlier, but Boombox smells blood. He's adding on some gateways. But the Immortals here will be able to focus one of them down. Overcharge launched in the main. And we'll see if Harstem can really... He's focusing down a sentry there. That's a nice little pickoff.
There's not enough Stalkers to threaten that War Prism. Harstem stabilizing somewhat in the work account. Only 9 behind now. Rapidly building more, but he's taken a big economic hit regardless.
The reason behind the catch-up in workers, though, is that Boombox is actually not making anymore.
No, he's oversaturated. Anyway, it is the natural base. Fully saturated at his main. So doesn't need to make any more unless he tries to take a third. Which, with these additional gateways, as you rightly said, he's going very aggressive. He's not wanting to expand, he's wanting to kill.
Yeah, and he's... The big problem for Boombox is that he's already going up against a Colossus that's done. A second one can be chronoed out. 2 Colossi is a lot of damage output, especially against a Zealot-based composition, which, with Charge coming in, looks like it may well be. But he's not moving out just yet. I'm kind of interested to see... I mean, he could be hitting a +2 timing, like, right about now. But instead, he's not moving out.
He's waiting for Charge. Maybe wanting to get a couple more Archons into that mix, and a few more Immortals, just in case the Colossi become a big threat. There's also this War Prism, which has got a decent number of Zealots ready and waiting to move up into the main. So maybe hoping that he can pressure into Harstem's natural, take some nice trades there, and then focus in with a nice little Zealot drop to the main to dish out some big damage to that worker line.
Harstem's doing a very good job keeping all of his scouting on point. He's going to be able to see all of those gateways, but he also sees the third base which is coming down, which surprises me a little bit here. Just because we haven't seen any continued tech really from Boombox, like he does have like higher tech with Templar Archives and Archons and such, but you know, he's going up against a Colossus-based composition here, and while I'm no PvP expert, I tend to think that Colossi are good in this matchup. Like, and there's a lot of Immortals, to be fair. We'll see what he can get done. We'll see what Boombox can do here.
Some nice harassment coming in from Harstem, continuing on with this Immortal play. Now killed just under half, or now exactly half the workers that he's lost. And actually that gives him the worker lead now. His third base is a little behind that of Boombox's, but Boombox now preparing to apply pressure, coming in with a lot of Immortals as you said, but the Colossi with a nice high ground position gets to work on them.
Couple of force heals going on down. Cute attempt, but they're not able to really pinch in any of those Immortals. I'm not sure what this Mothership Core thinks she's doing, but she may not live much longer. Looks like she will escape with her life. That's pretty nice. Boombox, another drop going on into the main as well, which is just an exceptional move from him, as he's going to be able to pick off this Nexus by the looks of it. And that's dead, so... Oh, not quite. He has to focus it, Boombox. And he does. That's a main base that's dead. That is a very dead main base.
Very dead as opposed to slightly dead is obviously a massive difference in how things go. But it's good. Unfortunately, the War Prism probably going to die. Does die, with 4 Zealots in it. But still, Boombox, he's now on 3 bases. Up against 1, now just 2 of Harstem. That hurts.
Boombox going into the fight here with these Immortals, trying to shell down as much damage as they possibly can, but some nice micro with the War Prism of Harstem allows him to keep those Colossi all alive. Not the most favorable of trades for Boombox, but he does escape there with the majority of his army, so he's going to be fine. He's adding on the Stargate now. He wants to be going towards Tempests to really hard counter those Colossi. And it's a nice move, and if he can get some good Tempests out, that puts him in an amazing advantage composition-wise.
The thing I want to touch on is the main base getting taken out hurts short term on the mineral income, but obviously both players' mains are getting very close to being mined out. But it's the gas. Denying 2 assimilators for such a long time in a PvP is incredibly frustrating. Harstem really doesn't have anything banked up. It's going to really saturate or make him struggle to actually get up any decent tech units for the next couple of minutes, at least in a high production count.
Yeah, and Boombox is looking like he wants to continue applying pressure here, which I do like, but Boombox has been a little sloppy on some of his points. He's not getting a fleet beacon just yet, despite the Stargate being done. There we go, starting down now. But he's also lost a lot of his upgrade lead. He's only got about a 50-second upgrade lead, which is still a substantial upgrade lead. Like, he can still hit some really, really nice timings with that, but, well, Boombox is going to try to move in and get some more.
Oh, nice little bait. He's going down towards the third. He put the War Prism in. This is a big commitment by him. Not going to go for it, and I think that's right. He would have risked losing his entire army, but gets a much better trade position there if Harstem goes down. If there were a handful of Zealots at this third base, it would be dealing catastrophic amounts of damage, but instead it is Harstem getting the big damage at the third base.
Yeah, and actually Harstem taking a pretty substantial supply lead for now, and not only that, but he also sees the existence of this fleet beacon. There's DTs in here! There's no answer to the DTs of Harstem. He's going after the fleet beacon, changing his mind, gonna go after the Nexus now instead. Where is the detection, Boombox? He does have an observer being crowded down, but there's a big fight going down here at the third base, trying to close the distance with those Immortals. but Harstem with some good micro on the Colossi here. These 5 Colossi shelling on everything for the low ground. FMBoombox plummeting in supply here, and it looks like Harstem may be able to take a huge advantage in this game that he's been playing from behind for so long. GG is called, and Harstem, coming back from an essentially disastrous start, is going to take game 1.